mixes, discover podcasts like Common Sense, Red Table Talk, The Breakfast Club, and the best mixes from DJs worldwide, and much more. Stream all of your favorite local radio stations in one app. Go loud on what matters to you. Download the Go Loud app in the App or Play Store today and start listening.
This is the news on top of the hour.
Live from our studio in Georgetown.
Kaieteur Radio, 99.1 FM.
Good morning. Welcome to your morning newscast on Kaieteur Radio. I'm Kevin Smith. The amount of money Guyana is losing from the lopsided 2016 production sharing agreement should be of more concern to Guyanese stakeholders rather than the financial risks undertaken by oil companies operating in the Stabroek oil block. Oil and Gas Governance Network, or OGGN member Mike Prasad, made the assertion recently. Prasad is adamant that oil companies are gaining heavily from Guyana's PSA, while the country continues to lose from the said agreement. The question, therefore, is why Guyanese leaders are preoccupied with the financial risk assessment of oil companies' investment in Guyana when such a lopsided contract has been signed. Oil companies, he said, are heavily capitalized, owned by millions of shareholders, and their business model prepares them for those risks. In other news, detectives could be one step closer to solving the murder of 29-year-old Donalisa Park, a hairdresser and mother of one from No. 2 Village, East Kanji Berbice, Region 6, after the 32-year-old male suspect in custody reportedly told them he is willing to live with the consequences of his actions. Park's body was found wrapped in a plastic bag and dumped at the side of the Courtland Public Road in a clump of bushes on Thursday last. An autopsy conducted on her remains revealed that she died as a result of asphyxiation from being strangled. The suspect, a 32-year-old soldier attached to the Guyana Defense Force, had initially denied killing the woman, but on Friday, Crime Chief Wendell Blanham related that he reportedly made a statement without divulging any further details, leading investigators to believe that he might be her killer. In other news, executive management staff of Kaieteur is seeking approximately $1.6 billion from the government to facilitate the purchase of at least 11 articulated tractors, despite internal contention over the unsuitability of the equipment in the preparation of land for planting sugarcane. In the document, which was dated June 2nd and addressed to Vice President Baro Jagio, it was detailed that Kaieteur is facing a tillage challenge. The company's estates are expected to plow and prepare 20% of their lands annually, but it was found that even the minimum field equipment could not fulfill the task. And I'll just tell you, the Ministry of Education is currently advising all parents and guardians of children with the government-issued textbooks to return them no later than July 7, 2022, or they would not be able to obtain the promised cash grant for school pupils. As reported on, the textbooks were distributed to students as part of the government's aim to ensure that there is equitable access to educational resources to every pupil. The ministry in a memo on Friday, however, stated that only those students who return the textbooks will be eligible for the cash grant. The grant, which is the 30,000 Because We Care and school voucher, is slated to begin distribution later this month. And in other news, Suriname state oil firm Staatsolie is getting ready to offer 60% of the country's offshore blocks for auction over the next 12 months, starting with the deepwater round in the fourth quarter, a company executive said on Wednesday. The Guyana-Suriname Basin is among the world's most promising frontiers for oil exploration, particularly since a consortium led by ExxonMobil found over 11 billion barrels of recoverable oil and gas resources in neighboring Guyana. In Suriname, Shell, APA Corp, and Total Energies plan to drill 5 exploration wells this year, targeting over 2.5 billion barrels of recoverable oil and gas, which could add to the estimated up to 6 billion barrels of resources. And to wrap things up, the Guyana Defense Force is presently upgrading its fleet of aircraft and is looking to sell a Bell 412 aircraft as is. Bids for this were opened on Thursday at the National Procurement and Tender Administration Board office and saw a total of 3 bidders vying to procure the unserviceable aircraft. The GDF, in its invitation for bids, stated that the aircraft has seating capacity to accommodate 2 crew members and 13 passengers. On Thursday, 2 bids were also opened for the procurement of solar inverter system and CCTV surveillance system and procurement of 16-man halo body, camera and evidence management software, both for the Ministry of Home Affairs. And that brings us to the end of this morning's newscast. I'm Kevin Smith. Thank you for listening.
Want value for your advertising dollar? Then place your ads on Kaieteur Radio's newscasts. Streamed live on 6 different mediums, reaching hundreds of thousands. Advertise today and watch your dollar grow. Call us on 225-846